Good morning, everyone. How are we doing today? It's been a while since I posted a video on YouTube, and I really wanted to do a total market update for you guys just to let you understand what my thoughts are in this market. So we've had a ton of volatility over the last few days. We have made some very massive movements, but you may not have realized exactly how important and how significant these movements are. And I will definitely go over them in this video. Now you may be asking yourself, where have you been, RTBro? Man, you've been gone. You've been ghosting us. No, not at all, guys. I actually have been traveling across the country. Traveled about 2,500 miles in the last week and about last 8 or 9 days. I even have to go 600 miles just today, to give you an idea. So I'm in a hotel for the first time in about 5 days. We'll sleep in my car, going across the country. So pretty crazy stuff. But I have been keeping up to date with everyone on Discord. So if you're not on Discord, you need to do that immediately, guys. I have been posting updates every single day and giving you guys my thoughts of what's going on. So make sure you're in that right now. Go ahead and like and subscribe. We're going to dive right in and go over what the overall market looks like and what my expectations are going forward. So again, if you're in Discord, you're not really surprised by this, but the first thing I want to look at is going to be the total, the Bitcoin dominance. And on that chart, we have some very important levels that have been annotated. So doesn't really show correctly on this particular chart. Okay, here it is. Perfect. These two weekly breakers are the ones that I've been looking at. Okay, you have a weekly breaker here and a weekly breaker here, and I believe you also have a 3-day right here, if I remember correctly. Oh no, it's not. It's actually just the weeklies. Okay. But when you zoom in, you can see the interaction that we've had on this. So we came down here, tapped this support, continue the upside. Now, as you guys are aware, or probably aware, the Bitcoin dominance is how much money is in Bitcoin, well, relative to the rest of the market. So for altcoin traders, we want to see this continue going down. And we've been playing this chart really well over the last few months. So as you guys can see, we have this massive impulse down. Okay, we have a rising wedge that was formed, and then we broke down. Now, my ultimate downside target has not been met yet. I don't really have an exact amount, but I do believe we are going to make new lows on the Bitcoin dominance chart based upon this looking like some sort of a bear flag and falling wedge or rising wedge. We have not actually cleared these lows yet. So once we start clearing these lows, then I want to start really seeing what happens at that point, and that's whenever the altcoins can really take off. So the levels that we've rejected off so far, and again, if you've been on Discord, you've been tracking this really closely, but these two weekly levels are my key levels. We busted above the first one, which I was really surprised at. There was a lot of strength in Bitcoin, okay, and it really sucked the money out of the market. But we came up here, tapped the previous or the next weekly level, and then we rejected very harshly. And now just this morning, we came back up, tap the previous weekly, and are now continuing down. This is perfect. So although it went a little bit higher than I was expecting, it's making the exact market structure that I want to see for a continuation back down. This looks really good for altcoins. Now, the next I'm going to go over the long positions. Let's see. Well, longs are still dropping, and I'm not really a fan of this. I don't like seeing long positions drop because what that means is that the whales, the people who are making the large amount of longs, actually do not have that much confidence in the market that is going to continue going up from its current level. Well, this is on Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is at some major levels, or it has a lot of resistance ahead of us, so it does make a little bit of sense that longs are decreasing. But the important thing is shorts are also not increasing. That means that basically whales are staying on the sideline, or what my bets are, they're just moving their money into other assets, which is really good for altcoins. So the more I think about it, the more I actually do like the fact that Bitcoin longs and shorts are decreasing, because it means that our altcoins may be the ones that are taking a lot of the value. So let's pay attention very close to that. Now, next we're going to talk about is DXY. So DXY, ooh, I like this a lot already. All right, DXY is a dollar currency index, and like I tell you every one of my videos, why do we care about the US dollar? Well, think of it like this. The US dollar gets its strength from people selling out of traditional stock market and crypto. So when you sell your crypto, you are selling your crypto for US dollars, okay? And the opposite also exists. If you're trying to get into crypto, you are selling your US dollars for crypto. Okay, so this generally is an inverse chart to Bitcoin. Okay, and I've done videos showing you guys why I think this is how it is, but or like really explaining like what we're looking for here and how well this works inversely. But as a whole, when this continues going up, that's actually bad for crypto. When it starts dropping, that's good for crypto. Okay, well, we have had some upward movement lately, but we're also making a very bearish structure. This is called a rising wedge. Okay, a rising wedge is being formed on the DXY. We have this trend line that's respected pretty well, and then we also have this trend line that's respected pretty well. They're coming into a convergence. This is called an apex right here. Well, it has to be either go up or down. It really can't go straight any further. Well, rising wedges are generally bearish, which means that it should break down, which it appears like it already may be starting to break down. And if it does break down, this will be a very, very good sign for crypto and traditional stock markets. A lot of people are going to be selling their US dollars for stocks and crypto. This is what we want to see, guys, and we're very close to doing so. So I want to see this break down. I want to see it having a lot of conviction, and I really want to see this really start just to plummet. That's what I really want to see for the rest of the bias of being very, very bullish on crypto as a whole. Next, we're going to go into is the Total 2. Total 2 has been a great, great, great indicator. The 3-day has actually been given the biggest signs. Now, although it doesn't look like it on the desktop version, the mobile version actually makes a very clear 3-day breaker, and this has been the level that I've been looking at for a very long time on getting above and clearing. As you guys see, we closed our last 3-day candle above it. This to me is the sign of the market that we're going to keep going up. Okay, this right here is the final level that we have before continuation of new highs. And not only that, let's look at this real quick. Yep, son of a gun. We're rejecting right here. We have a trend line, but man, it's really, really close, guys. I want to see this trend line break, and then we're going to accelerate in a massive, massive way. So the total chart is all the market cap of the entire market in one single chart. So there's currently $2.34 trillion in the market right now today. And obviously, if you're bullish on crypto, you want to see it continue up. So this is making a lot of very bullish signs that I'm very happy about, and I think we're going to continue going upwards on. So because we got this close on here, this is now acting as a support. So when we come back down here, if we do come back down here, we should assume this is going to act as a support to continue us to the upside. So I would not be surprised in something like this, where it basically drops into this level, okay, and then continues the upside. Would not be surprised. And also, really, I wouldn't be that surprised if we just go like this, okay? Like, that's how bullish I am. I think these two scenarios are both likely. I honestly think this is probably the most likely. You know what? I'm still going to say this is the most likely. I still think a drop down here, continuation up is the most likely, but this would not surprise me one bit. Now, if we break above this level, if we break into new all-time highs on the total chart, how do you think the market's going to react? Okay, very, very positively. I think we're going to have a massive, massive influx of people into crypto. I think it's going to go absolutely nuts. Imagine the media hysteria and everything else. I think this thing is going to accelerate very, very rapidly. Let's look at this real quick. I'm actually curious. So let's see what happened last time. All right, so this is, remember what happened last time we broke into new all-time highs, right? So we had this one right here, okay? We had, this was our all-time high, if you zoom in here, or our local high, right? Okay, we come up here, we tapped it, rejected, come back up here. And once we busted above there, what happened? Just massive, massive chaos, right? And even then, once we broke above the previous all-time high, we still had massive, massive chaos. So all-time highs getting broken on here is actually very, very important. And like, we're having a very similar structure right here. Come back up here, tested it, come back up, and now we're about to break to the upside. So yeah, I think that this thing could absolutely run like no other if we do get it close above here. So watch this very, very carefully. Now the next one's the total chart, and the total 2 chart. This is all altcoins, right? This is only the altcoins, nothing else. And this one actually had a pretty bearish close last week, or the last 3-day candle. So about 36 hours ago, we had a close inside of this candle. We did not actually close above it. And again, on mobile, this is clear. On the desktop version, it's not. But this 3-day level absolutely exists in the mobile chart. You guys can check that on the 3-day. Now we close inside of it, okay? which is still considered a bearish retest. So I assumed it would come back down here, retest, continue the upside. But we've actually had some bullish strength right here, and we have actually been trading above this level. This is very bullish for our altcoins. And if we do get this close above here, just like what I talked about the total chart, this would be a massive show of strength in the market on the altcoins, and I think it could accelerate us to the upside in a very big way. Now on this one, you can see we're not even near this trend line yet, going to show how Bitcoin actually looks stronger right now than the altcoins, because we have further to go, but I think we also have more opportunity to grow. So I think altcoins look really, really good right now based upon the Bitcoin dominance, based upon Bitcoin just looking really, really good. The total chart, we're now starting to trade above this. I think those look really, really nicely. So yeah, overall, I think it looks fine. Let's go to Bitcoin, see where we're at on that. So this is the chart that I've been working with for the last few weeks. And if you've been on Discord, or I did a live stream a few days ago, and I also went over this a lot as well. So as you can see, we slowly been grinding up along these charts, and we've been slowly making our way back down. We actually caught the bottom of this on live stream a few weeks ago, or a couple weeks ago, in case you guys were on. It was pretty cool, pretty intense moment, but we did actually, because this was a sweep of the previous low right over here, 3-day breaker, we got a sweep into our, we had a sweep into our 3-day breaker, which caused us to continue the upside. So yes, we did catch the bottom of the market on that one. We also have broken out of this symmetrical triangle, as you guys can see. And not only that, and to me, this is the most important thing on this entire chart, is that we have now closed above the golden pocket. This is, I'm going to adjust this just a little bit. To me, that's the most important thing. Closing with a golden pocket, to me, is the most important thing. I did a video on it, on how important the golden pocket is. Let me find it real quick. I did a video on it a couple weeks ago, and it goes over how important the golden pocket is actually, how it's interacted in the past. There, right here. Free, easy success tool to instantly find supports and yada, 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 right? Make sure to watch that video because it does go over the golden pocket and the Fibonacci retracement and how I use it. And then you sort of get an idea of how significant this reclaim is. A good example of how important it is to get a golden pocket reclaim is going to be a Misi Go. That's one that I've been watching pretty closely. Wait, OMG, here it is. Okay. So let's go to a 4-hour chart. You guys can see this. So here's a golden pocket that was established. It came up here, tapped it, tapped it, tapped it, and we broke the upside. And you guys can see, once we actually got above the golden pocket, it just accelerated in a very, very massive way. And now we're into previous all-time highs and all that good stuff, right? So those are what I'm expecting. This is sort of movement I'm expecting from Bitcoin once we get above here and really start like accelerating. I think it's going to be a very, very massive way. So yeah, we're now above that. We broke them above the symmetrical triangle. Guys, like I can't stress this enough. The market looks great. I'm really, really excited about it. There's a lot of altcoins that also look really, really good right now. Essentially, my thoughts are once Bitcoin consolidates up here and even starts breaking more to the upside, I think our alts are going to absolutely run. This is going to have a similar feeling as to what it was like in 2017, where any altcoin that you're in is just going to continue. It's just going to do insane things, guys. Like I think Ethereum did like 16,000%. Litecoin did around the same. I think it was like XRP did 60,000% in the last altcoin season. Like guys, like there's a massive, massive growth. Now those three particularly are not going to do that level of growth, right? It doesn't make sense from its current levels. But there are going to be some altcoins out there that are going to do similar-ish sort of runs as well. I don't think it'd be as strong, but like I'd be totally happy with a 5,000% move. I don't know about you guys, but that seems like something I'm very interested in, right? There are a few alts I have my eyes on, but as a whole, I really don't have time for that in this video. I got to get on the road. But make sure you guys in the Discord because I will be updating you guys on all the different plays I'm doing. So outside of that, I'm going to talk to you guys as soon as possible. Oh, one more thing, I will be home in about 5 days, and then I'm gonna have like a week straight of where I can just do videos and stuff. And then I might, depending upon how the market is doing, I might actually take off work for the next like 2 or 3, maybe a month or so, like 2 or 3 weeks, or like maybe a month or so, just so that I can do videos and monitor the charts and everything else. Because if this thing does accelerate the way that I'm thinking it was going to, I can make a lot more money trading than I could at work. So I may just take off work and be like, I'll see you guys after the bull run's over. So we'll see what happens. I've got to convince the wife, and that's definitely not going to be an easy sell. So we'll see how that goes. Either way, have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Like always, deuces, boys.